Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of Zombieland 2 Double Tap. This movie is directed by Ruben Fleischer, who previously directed 30 Minutes or Less, as well as the first Zombieland. This movie stars Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin. It's been 10 years since the first film, and even though we don't know how much time has passed in this movie's universe, what we do know is that Tallahassee, Columbus, Wichita, and Little Rock are still kicking zombie ass and living it up large in the White House. When Little Rock decides she needs some space and decides to go out on her own, the other three decide to go look for her. And along with them, they bring Tallahassee's signature hat, Columbus's rules, and a couple of new characters along with them. All in all, this movie is very similar to the first one. Of course, nothing will beat the original in most cases, and this is one of those examples. But a lot of the humor, a lot of the same beats, they're much like the original. Yes, this movie does add some interesting new characters. It adds, a dynamic and changes the events of some things. But, the humor's still there, the chemistry's still there, and it's the same director. One thing this movie does that I really enjoyed was it changed up a couple things. One of them being, in the first movie, you had the running gag of Woody Harrelson and the Twinkies. This movie does have a running gag, but it's different. Also, I felt Woody Harrelson stood out more and had a bigger role in this movie because he's now become almost like a father figure to the group. Whereas before he was just the experienced one that kind of took Columbus under his wing, now he's like looking out for the group as opposed to just teaming up with them. And there's a couple little inside jokes that I can't really get into to avoid spoilers, but the movie was a good time. It was enjoyable, just as violent, just as funny, and just as thrilling as the first one was. And make sure you stay during the credits because there is a pretty surprising post-credit scene. And so there really isn't much to say about Zombieland 2 Double Tap. I'm just glad it's one of those sequels that, yes, they did wait quite a while to make a sequel, but it wasn't a waste of time. It was something they didn't have to do, but you know what? I'm glad they did. And so because of that, I'm going to give Zombieland 2 Double Tap a C+. So until next time, guys, see ya.